In this episode of Uncovered Arch Tales, we delve into the architectural heart of Barcelona, a city distinct for its orderly grid and broad avenues, standing in contrast to the typical narrow, winding alleys of Europe. Amidst these structured streets, we discover some of the most unique and breathtaking buildings ever designed. Each, deeply ingrained with nature in its structural forms and designs, offers a stark contrast to its urban surroundings. These architectural marvels are the creations of Antoni Gaudí, an architect whose works transcend mere construction, celebrating nature, life, and divine inspiration. Notable among them are Casa Milà, Casa Batlló, and the ever-evolving Sagrada Familia, each within a short walk from one another and each challenging the conventional with their intricate, complex curves. The masterpieces dotting Barcelona's landscape emerged from the ingenious mind of Antoni Gaudí, born in 1852 into a family skilled in the crafts. Gaudí, a man whose architectural inspirations were deeply rooted in nature's tapestry, saw the beauty of the natural world as a divine guide, shaping his approach to design. He once stated, "The true originality lies in returning to the origins," a philosophy vividly reflected in his work. The Sagrada Familia, his crowning achievement, illustrates this with its complex intertwining forms, conceived in an era devoid of digital aids. Begun over 135 years ago and still under construction, the Sagrada Familia's story is a testament to Gaudí's vision. It all started in 1882 under Francisco de Paula del Villar, but within a year, a young, ambitious Gaudí took the lead at 30, transforming it into a masterpiece of Gothic and Art Nouveau fusion unlike anything seen before. The Sagrada Familia stands as a testament to organic evolution in architecture, akin to an intricately woven termite mound, its design seemingly dictated by nature's own laws. Antoni Gaudí, the mastermind behind this creation, was not only an architect of extraordinary vision, but also an engineer par excellence. He perceived the world through a lens where architecture and nature intertwined seamlessly. Instead of opposing natural laws, Gaudí embraced them, merging art with science in a dance of creativity and precision. He saw the universe's mathematical patterns as a celebration of the divine. The Sagrada Familia's columns mimicking trees and skeletons, arches resembling rib cages, spiral staircases inspired by seashells, and ceilings rivaling the beauty of forest canopies, all highlight Gaudí's ability to translate natural phenomena into architectural marvels. It was a feat of true genius to reimagine these elements in stone, a task Gaudí undertook with exceptional skill and creativity. Navigating the complexities of such architectural masterpieces, especially in an era devoid of computational tools, raises the question: how did Antoni Gaudí achieve this feat? His approach to design was akin to nature's own process of evolution, marked by trial and error. Natural formations, from arches shaped by erosion to plants orienting towards gravity, all showcase nature's intuitive engineering. Gaudí embraced this concept of intelligent design in his work. Faced with the challenge of working with Montjuic stone, known for its compressive strength but vulnerability to tension, he harnessed this characteristic to his advantage. In an age-old tradition, tracing back to the Romans, Gaudí utilized the stone's innate properties, transforming architectural challenges into opportunities for innovation, a testament to his ingenuity in blending artistic vision with engineering prowess. In the realm of stone architecture, the pivotal challenge lies in maintaining constant compression. This principle, understood for millennia, was mastered by the Romans and vividly exemplified in their arches and domes. Their iconic structures, like the Grand Aqueducts and the Pantheon's dome, stand to this day, showcasing the enduring power of this technique. Gaudí, in his architectural endeavors, especially the Sagrada Familia, took this ancient wisdom to new heights. By studying how forces were transferred and distributed in arches, he ensured that every element, from the towering columns to the sprawling arches, remained in compression, a dance of balance and strength. This approach not only honored the integrity of the materials, but also allowed his creations to reach skyward with a grace and durability that defied conventional architecture. Exploring further into Gaudí's architectural methods, we see how he harnessed the intrinsic properties of stone to his advantage. In structures like the Sagrada Familia, he skillfully manipulated the forces at play. Consider the arch. While appearing simple, it elegantly distributes the load it carries. Unlike the tension and compression experienced in a horizontal beam, an arch channels these forces along its curve, maintaining the stones in a state of compression. This is the genius behind Gaudí's work, understanding and visualizing the invisible path of these forces, known as the line of thrust. It's a concept that transforms architectural design from mere construction into an art form, balancing the interplay of forces with the grace of natural curves. In Gaudí's hands, even the basic principles of physics became tools for creating awe-inspiring structures that challenged the norms of his time. How did Gaudí achieve such architectural feats? The key lies in his innovative use of catenary curves. Imagine a rope suspended between 2 points. It naturally forms a curve under its own weight, existing in pure tension. Gaudí inverted this concept to visualize structures in compression. By experimenting with strings and weights, he mapped out these catenary curves, creating a physical model that mirrored the eventual shape of his buildings, including the Sagrada Familia. This approach allowed him to design structures that not only stood up to the forces of nature, but also mimicked its effortless grace. Gaudí's method, turning a simple string model upside down, was a stroke of genius, enabling him to envision and construct buildings that were both structurally sound and visually stunning. In Gaudí's workshop, the convergence of art and engineering took a tangible form. He began by sketching the footprint of the Sagrada Familia at a 1:10 scale, anchoring points to represent the future columns. Gradually, he added strings and weights, each meticulously calculated to represent the actual burden these columns would bear. This scale model was a physical manifestation of Gaudí's vision, where each string's curve under weight translated into the arches and vaults of the building. This decade-long endeavor of refining his string model was not just about architectural precision. It was a creative process, breathing life into stone. Underneath the Sagrada Familia today, one can witness the silhouette of this model, the embryonic stage of a masterpiece. Gaudí's commitment to this model was absolute, a devotion that saw him withdrawing from the world to focus solely on bringing his visionary design to fruition. As the Sagrada Familia rose from its foundations, Gaudí's life became increasingly intertwined with his magnum opus. By 1914, he had transformed the workshop into his sanctuary, dedicating every moment to the basilica's creation. His life's rhythm synced with the ebb and flow of construction. He became more than an architect. He embodied the spirit of his work. This singular focus came at a cost. Gaudí's personal life receded into the background. His appearance grew unkempt, and he lived as a recluse, with his days spent in fervent prayer and meticulous oversight of the Sagrada Familia. Tragically, his dedication culminated in a fateful accident in 1926. Struck by a tram and unrecognized by passers-by, Gaudí received only basic care. When his identity was finally revealed, it was too late. Barcelona mourned deeply for the visionary architect, and his funeral procession, a testament to his impact, brought the city to a standstill. He was laid to rest in the very heart of his unfinished masterpiece, a poignant symbol of his life's work. In the aftermath of Gaudí's passing, the Sagrada Familia faced a crossroads. The Spanish Civil War brought further turmoil with the destruction of Gaudí's original models, turning an already challenging project into an enigmatic puzzle. Post-war Spain, emerging from the shadows of conflict, saw a new generation of engineers and craftsmen rise to the challenge. Armed with modern tools and materials that Gaudí never had, they endeavored to piece together the fragments of his vision. This period marked a transition, not just in the building's construction, but in the legacy of the man who had dreamt it into existence. The Sagrada Familia, once a singular architect's vision, now became a collective mission, a symbol of resilience and continuity through changing times and technologies. Initially abundant, the Montjuïc stone, integral to the basilica's distinctive tan hue and durability, grew scarce. By 1954, during the Passion Façade's construction, the limited supply became a pressing concern. Creative solutions emerged, from sourcing stone from various regions to utilizing bricks in some towers. This search for materials was not just a logistical challenge, but a testament to the dedication to preserve Gaudí's vision. Each new piece of stone or brick added to the structure symbolized a commitment to continuing his legacy, even as the original sources dwindled, turning the construction into a mosaic of efforts and resources spanning decades and borders. The task of completing the Sagrada Familia extended far beyond the borders of Barcelona. As the decades rolled on, the cathedral's construction saw the incorporation of diverse sandstone and granite varieties from around the world. Each selection was made with careful consideration to match the original Montjuïc stone's color and physical properties. This global quest for materials became a unique facet of the project, reflecting a blend of tradition and adaptation. Meanwhile, advancements in technology began to offer unforeseen aids. Modern cranes and 3D modeling software, once unimagined, became instrumental in realizing Gaudí's complex designs. These tools, alongside aeronautical engineering software adapted for architectural use, marked a new era in the basilica's construction, marrying Gaudí's early 20th century vision with 21st century innovation. If you enjoyed this journey through architectural history and the wonders of Gaudí's creations, don't forget to subscribe and share Uncovered Arch Tales. Stay tuned for more tales that uncover the marvels hidden in structures around us.